This episode is brought to you by TapTouch. Got the touch? Download the TapTouch app today. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. This is the Hard Book Gets AFL show. My name is Nick Rynne, joined by Xavier Ellis and Ryan Daniels. Yes, what?
By the sound, you're gambling with a hangover.
Yeah, you sound and you smell disgusting.
Did we go to the Origin together like 10 years ago?
Yes.
We did, didn't we?
That might have, yeah. I late got offered like 10 tickets.
Yeah.
It's just a batch. And I just messaged around like I had to fill 10 spots in about 4 hours.
Just dawned on me.
And it was you and your old man came.
Dad came, yeah.
because he was in town. Like it was just everybody was in.
So anyway, how hung are you?
No. Just
Did it
had
kick
a couple.
on?
No, it didn't kick on.
Oh, so you were drinking mid-strengths in the crowd?
Well, yeah, the Campfield got there about 4-ish.
So a
There's
couple
a
of
line
hours.
at 4.
Yeah.
People, I don't think people worked yesterday.
Just quickly, so we're on the NRL buzz, and I don't get me wrong.
First time I've seen Queensland win live.
Is it really?
After the fourth start.
They haven't been good away from in those neutral games. I was saying the record hasn't been good. Just quickly, Perth Bears, not the Bear Perths. Very different. Bears Perth, very different teams.
Member of both.
I'm happy to dabble in both.
Yeah.
But NRL, I've seen it happen with the Melbourne Storm, how big they became and how amazing they were. They got lucky a little bit with some of the all-time greats being at Melbourne with Billy
maybe
Slater,
like 5
Kev
the
Smith,
entire
Cooper
spine.
Cronk, Greg Inglis.
There's a lot of wink, nudge stuff going on.
Well, yeah, they may have lost a couple of premierships along the way.
There was a boat or two. I don't know.
Yeah.
But how quickly do you reckon the Perth Bears, I think they go past the Wildcats. Bang.
If they get success, well, it's a bigger comp.
Yeah, I think it does. I think they go whizzing straight past.
Difference is it's the best. This is the best rugby league competition in the world. NBL's not the best basketball competition in the world.
I've seen the Storm, mate. Those Storm crowds they're the biggest drawing crowd team in the competition.
57,000 at Origin last night.
Yeah.
And not a lot of like
They have to
in
be,
the pissing rain.
yeah, and not a lot of like hangers on either. Everyone
Nah.
a lot of blue and maroon.
They have to be good.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Well,
they
Can't
have to
turn
be
up
good.
and
Well,
get smacked every week.
Fins up, baby. They are charging at the moment.
Yeah.
What's that got to
The
do with
Dolphins.
Well, the Dolphins
That's
are
how you build the list.
the newest team.
But they're in a market that likes.
yeah, no, but
rugby
they're
league.
successful. They won by
Yeah.
54 on the weekend.
And they competed early, and that
Yeah,
was enough.
they won their first game.
They got to
didn't
be. They've got to. The reason the Wildcats has worked better than any other NBL franchise is because they've always been successful. One, success, and two, community reach. So that's the two things. It's the Glory have never really had sustained success. That's why the crowd numbers.
But the A-League's no NRL. Let's
the
be
same.
honest.
No, of course
Again,
not.
that's
of course
the same.
not.
Like
But the
it's-
NRL here is not the AFL.
No. I'm not comparing them against West
So what
Coast
do you
or
think their
Fremantle.
average crowds are going to be? Because the
20
Wildcats are like 13,000,
20
12,000.
Yeah, I'd say
24, 25.
24,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
25.
20 plus.
I can't see that.
20.
I can't see. I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be wrong.
Carton,
No. Hey?
Carton, average crowd for the first season,
You say
20 plus. I'm going 20
No,
plus.
you said 25.
No, he said 25. I said
20,
20
23.
plus.
We'll set on 23.
23.
Right, so
Both
I'll
of
take
us.
the unders.
Yeah, you can have the unders.
Yeah, you have
You
the
take
unders.
the overs.
Yeah, I'll have you. What ground are they playing at?
HBF.
Does it hold 23?
That's a very good question.
No, that's about sold.
All right, let's go. Footy starts tonight here in Perth. Of course, Fremantle take on Essendon. Did a little bit of research, Rhino. Since round 11, going towards the end of the year, Essendon have 8 Thursday or Friday night games. 8.
Oh, 35 it says.
Okay, we're laughing. 23.
You got plenty of
We'll take
space.
23. We'll
There
take
you go.
23, Rinny?
Yeah, I'll take 23.
Yeah. On.
Okay, I'll take it.
Essendon, too much.
Average crowd. Not
Average
just,
for the
Not
season.
just hit it once.
No, average for the
average.
season.
Average for the season. Okay.
We'll get a couple in at Optus too, where they'll get 60.
Yeah,
That'll be the problem. The opener will be at Optus or
Yeah.
something. You'll get 60.
And then
you
we're
get
away.
12 for the rest
and
of the
then
year.
we're away. Essendon tonight. Let's get into it. I don't know why I'm leading the charge here, but $1.15.
just get on with it.
$1.15.
Essendon $5.50. So obviously Fremantle favourites. Weather over here is a bit shitty at the moment.
It is.
Which won't affect Fremantle. Their last 3 games have been in the wet. Nathan O'Driscoll returns. He had a good start to the season. James Aish returns. Could there be a run with roll in that sort of inclusion?
No, I think it's more
Or
like
Wagner would
play
do
him
it.
as the sub.
Okay.
I would be surprised
So
if
will
he's
Wagner,
not the sub.
will Wagner go to Merritt?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
So Sam Switkowski out with an injury.
But where are they
and-
going to play Merritt? The other question.
He's
he
been
was
playing
in
half-back. and
midfield
he's-
last game.
He went to midfield second half last
I
game.
think he started in there.
Did he?
No, he started in there. Yep. Sean Darcy is out-managed, omitted, whatever you want to call it. Now, give us a bit of tongue around the new ruckman at Essendon coming in.
Vigo Vicentini.
Yeah,
So
give
is
it a
it-
bit more than that, though.
Is that Dante?
Vicentini.
Yeah, Vigo Vicentini.
Vigo.
Ben Hobbs returns. He seems to be
Ben.
yo-yoing at the moment. I don't think he's going to move the needle at all. Goldie at the age of 73. He's retirement, home for the weekend, and Day Wicks has been omitted. So there you go.
Okay, so and for anyone who's wondering, yes, we do this show on Thursdays now.
Yep.
Yes,
Thursdays
now.
Thursdays.
No, really convenient for me, Rhino.
Is it?
No.
Oh, very convenient for me.
No, I know.
It makes my life a lot easier.
Sorry, Josh, who has to wrangle all this shit, but I was 10 minutes late again today.
You're going to be very happy when it gets to tomorrow and you're free. You're not going to be bitching then, are you? You'll be in the golf course at 10 a.m. That's what you do.
All right, so Essendon, can you see?
Is there a way? Is there a way?
No, there's no way. There's no way.
No
Their
way.
midfield is as good as Frio's. Their
Yep.
midfield is. Caldwell is very, very good
You
footballer.
love Caldwell.
Zach Merritt
He's
is a star.
Mm-hmm.
Durham's out, I guess, and Darcy Parish comes in.
Will Setterfield.
And, of course, Nick Martin.
Yes.
So their midfield is their strength. Their midfield is where their 4 or 5 best players lie. There is no way in the world. Yeah, they might draw even through the midfield, but there's no way in the world that they'll win either end of the ground.
I'm not saying they're tanking, but I don't think
It's in
the
their
team
interest.
that they're putting out right now is the best version of them trying to win through injury, selection, form.
Well,
I think
You don't
it's-
have faith in Vigo?
No, they just, I mean, this is a kid. And the thing I liked as well, because they gave Fremantle the gift. It was like, hey, we're going to play a debutant in the ruck. We're going to rest Todd Goldstein. So, Freo, we're going to tell you this 3 days out.
Yeah.
So you can name your team based around the fact that you know this already. That to me is not a white flag, but it's a gift. It's a gift to the opposition.
Just flagging
And
it
so
down.
Luke Jackson will be licking his lips. He'll get to play the whole game against a teenager. He's a teenager.
Yeah.
And I'm
No,
assuming
he's-
he's Dante's brother, right?
I don't think there's.
There has to be something,
Is
Isn't
there?
there
please.
2 Vicentini ruckmen with
I don't-
Dante
So
and Vigo?
The Vicentini in Italy, it means tall human.
Yeah.
Like, come on, mate.
I don't know.
and they've both got names like very
Just while we're at it,
Italian names.
while we're poking around, Fremantle's score line tonight is 91.5 points. I'm going unders on that and hoping for some
yes.
rain. Hoping for some
Oh,
rain.
you don't have to hope for some rain at the moment, mate.
91,
Stop.
yeah.
It is his brother.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
What a shock.
Oh, shit.
Are they twins? Is it just Koenigs all over again?
There's a few years in between.
All right. So just quickly go around. Fremantle.
Yeah, Fremantle.
Fremantle and what's the line? I'll take the line.
The
90,
line.
you said.
No, that's the scoring
Oh,
line. The actual line is 31.5 points. It's dangerous in the wet.
I was going to say the wet is the only thing that talks me out of that.
Yes, that's why 91.5 I think is a good one to go unders there. And keep an eye on Caldwell. He finds the
You
footy.
say 191.5.
No, 91.5 is what Fremantle need to score. They're not gonna,
Right.
if they get to 100 in the wet, I'll be surprised. Yeah.
Gotcha. Geelong and Brisbane, $1.41. The Cats, the Lions, $2.90. Friday night GMHBA. Did you see they haven't won there since 2003?
Who?
The Lions.
Oh, the Lions.
And in that game, guess who kicked the sealer for the Lions?
Let me think, 2003, Luke Power.
Chris Scott.
Oh, right.
So
I feel like that's a stat they must dust off every time they play down there.
must do, yeah.
I've been to a couple of Geelong Brisbane games down there.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have, and they play a bit down there, like because obviously that game you're not going to play it at the G. So whenever they play there, it's in Geelong. I think Geelong are flying.
I upset a few people while we were putting a pencil through Brisbane.
Yes, you did.
Vegas.
Yes, you did. But also made some people very happy.
So yes, so just if
Brisbane
you
people mainly.
knobheads want to put a statement or two out there, we can craft a video around at any stage. That'd be nice. Look, Geelong are absolutely flying. We were talking to James Brayshaw this morning on air. They've had a good injury run. Like if they lose
James Brayshaw?
yeah, if they lose a Baz Lankar or a Jeremy Cameron, they're going to jump back into the pack as well. But they've had a good run.
Yeah, you could say that about most teams, I think. I mean,
No, but
Baz-
we're talking about Essendon and their downfall at the moment with the amount of players they've got out and comparing to the top of the tree.
Essendon, if they were full strength, wouldn't be where Geelong.
No, of course they would.
They're
be.
not in the same
No, of course they would. But
conversation.
Geelong have had a bloody good run injury-wise.
Yeah, that's
They've
fair.
had some players in and out, but in terms of their best players playing,
Yeah,
they've
Tom
rested-
Stewart missed a good chunk and was out of
He
form.
missed out of form.
But missed 3 weeks
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, but 3 weeks is not a big chunk of the
Okay.
season.
All right.
Danger
What do you
did
hate
his
Geelong
hammy.
for? Just because you took
No,
the
I love
under.
Geelong, but
you took the under. That's so
Fucking
weird.
playing. Yeah. No, but hang on, but I think
I think
if
I
we,
did as well.
I think if we do the tallies again this year, I think I might be
Hey, do
right
you
at the
reckon
top
you're
of the tree
going okay?
again. Yeah.
I feel like I'm going all right.
I'm going, mate. I'm banked my locks. That's 2 points.
What are your locks? Adelaide and who?
Adelaide over,
Yeah.
Gold Coast over, and Carlton under.
Yeah, that's looking good.
Baz Lenker.
I
What
know
are we-
footy. What are you talking about?
I want to
know
put the
footy.
line on Baz Lenker's disposals. Will he have 35 disposals or not, Baz Lenker?
I'll give him 32.
Will he?
35's a lot. I know
Well,
he's been doing
he's
it.
been doing
I
it.
know he's been
Yeah.
doing it. He does. He's a magnet.
What's it paying?
$3.25 to get 35.
Have a little look at that.
Mate, he's been getting
No,
20.
you
He's been
take
at
a
20.
taste of
He's
that.
tasting that.
You
You come
take
and
a
give it
taste.
to me.
Well and truly. So none of us think Brisbane.
No, none of us think Brisbane, but Bailey Smith 35. That is a snack.
When they're down there, they get so much of the footy.
Oh, mate, Bailey Smith, you could get the footy on the moon at the moment. He just doesn't stop running.
Carlton $1.27. North Melbourne $3.75. Saturday MCG. When I looked at the round, this was the game that I went, could they? Could North?
Never again.
Are you in on it this time? Because this one feels like one
I've got
should be in.
I've got the same gamer coming up on this game, and I will give you a little clue. I have included North Melbourne 23.5 point head start.
You are
there
doing
we
it
go.
again.
I'm doing it, mate. I haven't been wrong on them doing the line for that last 6 weeks,
All right.
They've had their mid-season camp in
mate.
Perth.
Carlton are just going.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And there's no Mackay for 6 weeks.
Which
Bosch
one
is
of
out.
the Carlton players are in good form?
Chera,
Chera, yep.
Hewitt.
Hewitt, he went off a little bit.
he's-
He was
Nick
good last
Haynes
week.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty slim.
Yeah.
It's in slim. It's slim.
pretty
Paddy
slim.
Cripps is going no good
No,
as a
it's
dual
a
Brownlow
quiet
medalist.
season for him.
Yeah. Charlie Curnow's probably not going to play. Maybe we get on today because I reckon if Charlie
Mate,
pulls out.
I'm telling you, the $3.75 feels like a lot.
Yeah.
Actually,
I actually think
$3.75, Papa. Come to me. Come to me.
definitely the line. What did you say the line was like 24?
23.5.
Yeah,
I
North.
like that. Yeah, I can see that. And yeah, Charlie, even if he plays, he's not.
He's not.
But if he
risen
doesn't
apart.
play, they have no one kicking goals.
No, even Hudson O'Keefe's out.
Who's
Like, who's gonna?
Who's
Who's
tall for
literally
them?
going to play in the forward line? They're gonna have to-
DeConey?
No, they'll have to bring in Pitnet, who then DeConey will have to play forward, I guess. Mitch McGovern,
23.5
Didn't he
at
come
North
off as
Melbourne.
Come
Comes
off for a
off a
bit.
He
bit.
comes off most games.
23.5. I think that's a fair start to North
I like
Melbourne.
that.
We like that. Teams
Yeah.
aren't out yet, but you assumed if Charlie Curnow's been subbed out with a calf,
Bugger, we'll
It's
go
going to be
North.
hard for him to play.
you're not going to play with your star, who's still not being a star this season. We haven't seen the
and,
best of him.
And yesterday I was like, oh yeah, but North's coming back from Perth. So are Carlton.
yeah, no, it's
Oh,
all
yeah, true.
You don't even have
writings
that.
on the wall. North Melbourne's record at the MCG.
6-day break for the Blues.
Oh, North Melbourne's record at the MCG is probably something like
Yeah,
3
well,
from 60 or
Join
something.
in the chorus.
I'll tell you what, I'm still upset for Finn. I couldn't help myself last night. I had to shoot Mick a message about Finn O'Sullivan coming off in the last quarter. Could not help myself. So in the last quarter on the weekend, Finn O'Sullivan did that awesome tackle on 5.
Yep.
Shit mixed him.
Yeah.
He then did that awesome spoil, running back, couldn't look at the
Yes,
ball,
very
saved
good.
the goal.
Yep.
Then he took a running back with the flight mark, then sat on the bench for 15 minutes.
See, that was strange.
He was the best player in that last quarter. He sat for 15, so I had to give Mick a bullet. I don't know why. I couldn't help
Yeah, he's
myself.
down there, mate.
Well,
Port
blame him.
Running the
Adelaide,
place.
$1.62 against Sydney, $2.30. Saturday, Adelaide Oval. We are expecting Errol Goulden to be back.
Yep.
We're expecting potentially Tom Papley to be back. Joel Amadi is back. Sydney are getting numbers back. Mills was very good last week. Sydney, we've identified them earlier in the week as the team that you
The
don't.
upsetter.
They're the cat amongst the pigeons for the rest of the season. So can they go to Adelaide and end this little mini Port Adelaide revival?
Yes.
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 You will tip them?
I'll tip him.
Tip them
Why not?
or
Why
you
not?
think it's possible?
No, I'll tip him.
Okay.
No rain either. So all clear on that front. But yeah, you're right. If they get Errol Goulden and those guys, Errol Goulden back in that, I'm not going to tip them, no, because I think they've been probably the most overhyped side. I did see that Lloyd's been dropped for the first time in 10 years.
Really?
Jeez.
Yeah, Jake Lloyd's been omitted.
Really?
Did see that actually.
Is that today?
Yeah, your mate tweeted it.
Who?
Tommy Morris.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Well done, Tom.
I did see
He's
that.
active
So
today,
that's the
Tom.
first time he's been omitted. Two best and fairest.
Yeah.
All Australians, I assume.
No, he was never all Australian.
Never
In
all
the squads,
Australian.
Yeah.
Was he never Australian?
Yeah, he's one of the better
I
ones
thought
to
when he was
not
like
get there.
roaming around getting 30 in the back pocket.
I think he got in the squad a couple of times.
Right. Anyway, so Lloyd, I did read on Twitter he's going to be omitted. But no, I think Port Adelaide at home. It's that Adelaide Oval thing for me. I don't know why. I just
Yep.
feel like it adds a length.
Definitely. No, I think Port have been going okay. Georgiades.
Last couple of weeks have been
Yeah,
going okay.
This is my same game
Still
multi game
no.
as well.
Well, who's going to play on Georgiades?
Well, Yeah, that's why he's
Come
in
on.
my same game multi. That's why I put him in there.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
because It's going to be a tough game for the Swannies. Although I do like them to start turning the corner now. This game is the one for me where
Oh, they need to show
if it's
something.
Errol
yeah.
and Papley and Amadi are back and Mills has got this is the one where they need to go right. Let's do some damage.
I do agree with that.
And if they're gonna and I know we don't think they can. You old mate Bintang Bali here.
Yeah, they're not going to play
Yeah.
finals.
No. But if there was an outside chance, it has to start now. Because remember, they're playing those 5 easy games.
Yeah.
So they will give them the 5 wins. Now they'd have to win this one and a couple of upsets. So this is an important game.
No, they
for the
need to win
Swans.
this one. They do. Just quickly, Lloyd, 262 games.
Wow.
From Horsham, Victoria. Drafted from the Ballarat Rebels. 2-time Bobby Skilton medalist, 2018 and 2020. No Australians, rising star. What's the Adam Goods Trophy? Is that the Battle of the Bridge?
Best clubman? I don't know.
Yeah, don't know.
Man Good game?
He's won that twice.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
Yeah, right. No, he's a very good player, Jake Lloyd. But Coxie is turning over that team, isn't he?
Well, he has to.
Slowly but
They were
surely.
empty, and there was no.
Who is it? Florent, he dropped as well.
There was zero talent coming back through the twos either.
Oh,
from what I
second
believe.
place in the BNF is the Adam Goods Trophy.
Oh, right, there you go. So
Third
it's-
place is a Peter Bedford
So
Trophy.
4 years, he's either been first or second.
I feel like
going.
he should have a better.
And
just
then
a
runner-up
second
best and
place.
fairest, you
Give him
think
a
so?
different one.
Yeah, mate, I think we got to wait though, probably.
No, he's
Yeah.
Bobby Skilton's
You
the
find a
main
different one.
first one. It's fair.
Yeah, you'll find something.
Yeah, I'm better than second place.
Yeah.
I would go better than that.
No,
Anyway,
so I don't disagree. I just don't think what
Collingwood,
else it
St
could be.
Kilda, $1.16 the Pies. St Kilda, $5.25. Saturday night, Marvel Stadium. The question is, how much?
So Collingwood must be playing back-to-back
Oh,
under
yeah.
the lid.
Yeah,
Because they're
They
playing
won't
West
like
Coast
that.
there as well.
they are, yeah. Yep. So how much do they win by?
Uh,
40 plus?
$2.32 at 40 or more will probably have me interested, yes.
I would think so. St Kilda will do the thing that Ross likes to do where he tries to
Make
make
it
the game
shit.
so shit that it's a 40
Nobody
point, it's under
scores.
40 somehow.
Yeah.
That like you turn the game off halfway through the third unless you've got an interest in some disposals that
Yeah.
might keep you watching.
So Nick Dacos, for example, 30 disposals.
But Windhager's going to go to
Yeah, but then does Ross finally go, actually,
With a quarter to go?
Let's just go.
So-
Let's just go head to
So
head.
Dacos is on 20 touches, not even 13 touches early in the third, and the game's over, and they just
Release
release
the shackle.
Windhager.
Well, was it 2 weeks ago? He was going slowly, Nicky
Got
Dacos.
like 8 in a minute.
And then he ended up having, was it against Hawthorn or maybe against, sorry, I will get it, against Melbourne maybe. Yeah, whatever it was, he had 27 or 28 after half time.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a freak.
He
So
is
then
a
we
freak.
assuming, well, I don't know. I was about to say, are we assuming that St Kilda bring in a few more kids as well? But it's Ross. So
Maybe. I saw him on the Fox Footy the other night talking about how all their metrics basically say they're playing more kids than anyone. But I also don't.
What metrics do they got?
But I feel like they do the thing where they bring them in, they put them in a shit role,
And
they
bounce
sub
them
them out, like, and then they get back to the twos. Like,
Yeah.
like are you putting them in a position where they can actually, like Taru's going to play, I
Yeah.
believe.
Well, that's what we've been arguing about Richmond a little bit.
Yeah.
Put him in there and just put him in their
Yeah.
spots. Just quickly, I found that game, Nick Dacos. So it was against North Melbourne. 7 disposals in the first quarter. Yeah.
Fine.
2 kicks. Second quarter, 3 disposals, just 1 kick. I think Nick's had a shit one. He's had a shit one, hasn't he? What's happened to
on 10
Dacos?
10 half
He
time.
struggled to get to 20.
11 in the third. We're back on track. We're back on track.
Bang.
In the fourth, 17 disposals. 60 fantasy points.
Can play.
Wow.
He's
He
unbelievable.
can play, that young man.
The GWS Giants against the Gold Coast Suns, the
Oh.
Expansion Cup. That's at NG Stadium on Sunday.
No Sam Taylor,
It had
hurts.
Sunday written all over it, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
No Sam Taylor, and
Yeah.
we've talked a lot about Sam Taylor the last few weeks, but that is a big out. So he would have,
He would have eaten King.
he would have eaten King, and now King gets secondary defender.
With
It's-
Buckley's still nothing to sneeze at.
No, but then that moves everything along, doesn't it? So
Yeah,
Jed
but-
Walter maybe.
But I'm not convinced on Gold Coast.
So
I'm
do-
just not.
Shaky.
So this game's huge for the Suns. It's actually huge for both.
Both sides. Both sides. Because
The
I reckon
Giants
one of
lose
these
this,
two.
finals slips away.
I reckon one of these two teams are the ones that are going to fall out.
Yeah. Yeah. Gold Coast do have that extra game against Essendon in the last round,
Yeah.
We've heard about that.
which, as Nick
One in the
said,
pocket.
that they'll already win that.
Yeah.
To give them that extra win.
They should just
But
not
that's
even
true.
play it.
They will win that game.
Imagine if Essendon just say, hey, we're good.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
though?
We're
we're
good.
good. We can
No,
take it.
Can you imagine though if Gold Coast need a win and Essendon are like third last by that point because they're leaning into it as
Yeah.
we want them to, and they can't fall any lower? So Essendon just go
Come
stuff
out
it.
and pump them.
Stuff it.
Yeah.
And Merritt has like 48 touches.
A 2 metre Peter kicks 7.
Yeah. And Gold Coast
Nat Caddy.
missed the 8. Like, all because of Cyclone Tracy or whatever it was called.
And because Dimmer's coaching up at the Gold Coast, the former
Yes.
Essendon Premiership player.
Yes. There's all these links.
Didn't get the Essendon job.
No.
Forgot his laptop.
The PowerPoint didn't work.
There's all these little bits and pieces that are just tied in
Well,
there.
just quickly, who are we going? Giants v Gold Coast.
I think you got to go Sam Taylor.
Probably
though.
go the Gold Coast.
Sam Taylor. Nah, Giants.
Toss of the coin.
Nah, Giants at NG. I give him the.
Toss of the coin.
Only thing I'm looking at is the total score being over 162.
How's the weather?
Well, I just assume the weather in Australia is good this week. Every city I've looked at's been fine. It does rain. Sydney's overrated
Sydney
with
gets
its weather in it.
Sydney's
Absolutely, it's overrated.
Do you reckon it's overrated?
Sydney in general.
Oh,
absolutely.
yes.
Too busy.
Big time.
When you turn the cricket
We
on.
get it. The bridge is beautiful.
When you turn the cricket on, the tarps are already out. You go, well, that's
Yes.
going to rain for 3 days.
Crap.
Weather good though.
Saying all that. So over the over's 160.
160. Yeah, they'll go over 162.
I like that.
They will. They will.
I do like that. The Western Bulldogs. Wow, this is the biggest game of the round. $1.04 against Richmond. Sunday Arvo, Marvel Stadium. Geez, how many does Sam Darcy kick?
Well,
7.
Gets 5.
He'll get 5.
What's he paying to kick 5?
well, that's a good question. So you got to feel when you ask questions like
Yeah,
that.
so you have a look at that. And Nick and I will talk
And
about
then we start their roll. What's their actual fixture look
So
like?
Sam Darcy, $5 to kick 5.
$5 to kick 5.
5, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like
5
that.
for 5.
I'll take
Kind of
that.
like that. I reckon he's been just
Well, if you get up to
teasing.
6, it's 10s.
Nah, you're getting greedy.
Okay.
5. Just give him a handful.
5, because I always think when it's 5, Nick's yawned all the way through this too, by
Mate,
the way.
yeah,
He had a
it's a
late
lie.
night last night.
You look like shit.
When it's 5, you go, right, we've got to pinch a second goal in a quarter somewhere.
Yeah.
Like we get 2 in 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and then we just need to tick along 1 a quarter.
Just one a quarter.
One a
When
quarter.
you're starting to get to 6s and 7s,
Then you need a big onslaught somewhere.
you do. You need a 4-goal
Okay.
quarter.
All right, so that's there for you.
I like that. $5 for 5 goals.
Are we thinking it might be Bont's game?
To rip it apart.
Like, surely,
Stuff you,
sure,
Xavier Ellis.
No, don't stuff me. I see he's the
He's
best
going
player
to
in
point
the
to the
comp.
camera.
No. Don't turn that shit on me.
I mean,
I'll put you on the
so
breathalyzer.
is this just him to just bully ball? Bit of bully ball.
Well, I just
Get
think,
Bont back in
maybe
form.
kick 3, have 25 sort
Yeah.
of thing.
They could do that, yeah.
Are we sure? No, I'm not going to do it.
Go on.
What?
Go.
Are we sure this isn't the start of the end for Bont? Like, is he slowing down? Or-
No.
or are we
He's
just-
got
it's
a
just
big
quiet
contract
year?
offer on the table somewhere.
Is it just a quiet
It's a
year?
quiet year.
Okay, I agree.
It's quiet.
I
Are
year.
you
think it's-
saying he's done?
No, I
You're
think
saying
it-
Marcus Bontempelli's washed.
No.
Ryan Daniels
No,
said
that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it has been a quiet year.
7 News.
That has been
You
a
have to
quiet year.
check when they hit that 30 mark. You just have to check.
I can see that quote.
'Cause what is he?
on, like,
29 or 30?
7 AFL account. I think
No, I didn't
Marcus
say-
Bontempelli
That was
is
a
washed.
question. It wasn't a
Ryan
statement.
Daniels.
How
Footy
old
Rhino.
is the Bont?
He's 30, isn't he? He's just
I
turned
think
30.
he is. Yeah.
So last year, Adam Schlaw went over 30 15 times.
He's 29.
He's $3.20, Adam Schlaw to have 30. He went over 15 times last year. He's now played 3 games back. He's ready
He's
to go.
playing like 62%.
No. He got
Playing
going.
stuff all-
He got going late last.
did.
I saw hamstrings starting to loosen up on Treloar late.
The thirst.
He started to
Yeah.
feel the
Was
enjoyment
it
of
like,
feeling leather.
Like
Yeah.
Forrest Gump when the braces, he's running and the braces start falling off?
He smelt that. Smelt the leather, and he was like, "Oh, I just want to."
I think he scored about 50 fantasy points in the last quarter.
Yeah, no, he went hard. He went to the bench late, which killed me. But other than that, we love him.
Okay, place a same game multi with Tab Touch. Boost your odds and combine up to 16 legs within a single game into one bet. You can find each of our multis under trending bets for that game's market on the Tab Touch app. Now, we've had a stuff up this week because...
No, not when.
stuff up?
old mate hangover over here. So the process is
I didn't
we
look.
have a WhatsApp group and Josh asks us to post the bets in there. And then, so Zave posted his first and he picked the Carlton North Melbourne game.
Correct.
So then what I do when I look to place my
Yeah.
bet is I look and I go, well, what game's
What
already
other
been
game?
done? I'll choose
Yeah.
a different game.
Yeah.
Nick just does the same game as Zave. So now
Which
we've
makes no sense.
I've never looked.
No, but that's a
but
natural.
that's you being
It
selfish.
should naturally be built in that you go,
Yes.
hang on, we've got to spread these bets. So let's check on
Yes.
who's done the first couple.
This is a team.
I think I must be always be early. Am I?
Maybe you're
Or have
first
we
all
it's
the
just
time.
been happens to chance that we've
No, I
never...
think it's just chance. No, just chance that you've never
Turns
done
out
it
it's
up.
chance. I thought we
I've
were all
never
doing the
looked.
right thing.
No, I thought we were all checking.
Same.
No.
I'm always last.
Yeah, so you just
So
work
I
around
just
what we
look
do.
around and I'm fine to do that. So saying that, I'll go first because you guys are doing the same bloody game. Port Adelaide, Sydney.
Or should we let Nick break it up? Because then we're doing back-to-back
Okay,
same
well,
game.
you
Nick,
go first, Nick.
and make it quick, mate, because yours doesn't count.
Well, I'm going I'm just trying to get something pretty vanilla here. So I'm going Patrick Cripps will at least get 25.
Okay.
He can find 25.
25 for a while.
Yeah, but he's due.
He's
Nick
due.
Larkey to kick 2 goals. Jesse Motlop, anytime goal scorer. Paul Curtis, anytime goal scorer. Wrap it up. $5.60.
I don't mind it.
I'm hoping just for one.
I don't mind it.
One of those guys will go off injured in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
in.
Yes.
It's, we've all gone, looking at the numbers, we've all gone relatively
No,
safe.
we're all starting to take it back in, don't worry.
The strength of
We
the
need to
timing.
hit the scoreboard.
We're all just trying to get one on the board. Okay, I'll go then. Port Adelaide, Sydney. Callum Mills, 20 disposals.
Yeah,
that
I love
alone
that.
is paying $1.77.
Yeah, I'll visit that.
I can't believe
I'll
that.
personally visit that.
Kane Farrell, he got me last week.
You love Kane.
Kane got me 15. I'll just put it in again. Chad Warner, a goal.
Yeah, like
He's
Chad.
kicked like goals in 8 of
Adelaide
his
Oval,
games this year.
Big grounds.
And Mitch
Nice
Georgiades, in form, 2 goals.
Playing
As we
one-
discussed before, who's he playing?
Take
Which is that?
Who's he playing? $4.40. Missionary for
So
me
you're
this week.
safe as safe.
Really safe this week.
Oh.
We don't want to go under
that the
fours.
lowest
No, we'll never go under
we've had?
fours. We've had some in the fours.
Yeah, so I'm safe, but I'm probably going around 2 bases if I was do it like base work, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
I get it.
So North Melbourne v Carlton, weather good, track fine. Blake Acres 15 and Georgie Wardlaw will have 15. We both agree with that. Just
Yes.
say yes and nod along.
Yes,
Yep.
like that.
Wardlaw we love.
Yep.
Adam Chera's had an incredible
He's
season.
in good
20 disposals
Yep.
for Chera.
Good.
LDU had 13 in the first quarter last week. Went missing after that. He needs to find a little bit late.
He's
LDU,
back.
but 20 disposals. He's
Easy.
back.
Easy.
Yep.
Okay.
Paddy Cripps 20.
Surely.
Surely. And then my mate Tommy Power 20.
You do like Tom Power.
Tom Power goes in everything,
You
always.
do.
Doesn't let me down very often.
You always put Tom Power. You're Kane Farrell.
And then Never Again North, plus 23.5, $5.10, happy days.
No, we all like that.
We do.
We'll
we
take
like
that.
it.
I like all our bets this
Yeah,
week.
they will
I think-
say that every week. So,
Guys,
mate, actually, no, let's change it.
Yeah.
Gee, they're all shit.
They're shit.
Yeah, I know.
None
Yeah,
of these
they're
are
no
gonna
good.
win.
They're
None
not
of
going
these
Don't
are
get
Every
gonna
around
week
them.
we're so pumped about it.
None
These
of
are
these are
going
gonna
nowhere.
win.
Let's go, boys.
You win. You win some, you lose more. Is that what it is?
Well, I'm about to do that, I think. Got the touch. Download the Tab Touch app today. Oh, no. What are you really gambling with?
Yeah, I'm just
For
saying,
free
I'm-
and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. And
All right, this has been the Harbour Gets AFL show. See you next week.